Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is GXSimmer, and in this episode of Nina and Amanda, she's bringing over Carrie and Drake for dinner to meet Guy. How will it go? Will Carrie love him? Will Carrie hate him? Will Carrie, you know, have long conversations with her mother afterwards? We're going to find out. And if you like this content, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, click notifications so you always know when I'm coming out with the next episode. Let's get into season 2 of Nina and Amanda, entitled The Dinner. So tonight, Nina and Guy are getting ready for a very special dinner. As you can see, the table is set nicely, and both Nina and Guy are dressed very well, and now they're waiting by the elevator. So the elevator just beeped, and Carrie comes out dressed very nicely with her boyfriend Drake. He's wearing a sport coat. They're both looking very nice there. And Carrie comes off the elevator. She hugs her mother, and Drake does the same. Then Nina turns to Carrie and says, "Carrie, I'd like to introduce you to my partner. This is Sterling." "Hello, Carrie," he said as he shook her hand. "It's very nice to meet you. But please, call me Guy." "Thank you, Guy. I've heard a lot about you." "All of it good, I hope." "This is my boyfriend, Drake," Carrie said with a smile. Drake came over and shook his head, saying, "Nice to meet you." "Same here," Guy says. "Shall we sit down for dinner?" Nina asks. "Yeah, sounds great," Carrie says. "Please," Nina says as they walk to the dining table, which was set nicely as they took their seats. "I thought about setting up dinner on the patio, but the rain put a dampener on it." "Oh, this looks amazing," Drake said. "Please enjoy," Nina said as everyone served themselves. "Oh, this is great, Mom," Carrie said as she took her seat next to Drake. "So, I heard you're graduating soon from Foxbury." "Yes, that's right." "She did exceptionally well," Nina said. "Almost a 4.0 average. Graduating with honors, magna cum laude." "Stop bragging," Carrie said with a blush. "Wow, you did way better than I did in college," Guy said with a smile. My mother tends to brag. "And rightfully so. I'm extremely proud of your accomplishments, my darling." "This rack of lamb looks delicious," Drake said. "Thank you, Drake. My chef will be pleased with that compliment." "So my mother says you're a publicist?" "Yes. Been working for an outdoor media company for 15 years. Got the job right out of college. In fact, I produced the Bait and Switch show for the Outdoor Channel." "You did?" Drake asked. "I love that show. That's the show where the celebrities go fishing and foraging? So you really got to hang out with all the celebrities?" Guy nodded. "That's the one. And it's this season. And yes, I did get to hang out with them. I love to go camping in my spare time. My kids love it too. Sometimes when I visit, I make it a point to take them up to Granite Falls. Ever been?" "No, never. Always wanted to." "You have 2 children, right? A boy and a girl?" Carrie asked. "Yes," he said, "Michael and Kelly, the apples of my eyes. Perhaps you'll get to meet them soon." "Oh, that would be lovely," Carrie said. "I will have to coordinate my schedule with my internship, though. Chestnut Ridge is a distance away. I'm sure we'll make time for it. Find a way to make it work." Guy said, "Your mother has told me about the program. It's quite prestigious. I wish you the best of luck with that." "Thank you. I'm really excited about it. Quite a delicious treat from Salvadorada," Nina said, glancing at Carrie, who clearly got the message. "I agree, Mom. It is a delicious treat," Carrie said as she nodded. "Yes, the recipe is from my paternal grandmother. She has a secret recipe book that she crafted years ago. My father kept it under lock and key when I was a child. I asked the chef to make it tonight." "Really?" Carrie asked. "Yes. It was given to me after my father passed, but I haven't been able to look at the box for a long time. Today, I decided to look through it and recommend it to the chef to make it for tonight's dessert. One day, it will be your cookbook, my darling. It's good to take time out to enjoy a nice treat occasionally, isn't it, Carrie?" Carrie smiled and said, "It is. Thanks, Mom. And besides that, I often forget about my Salvadoradian heritage, and it's good to remember where our families come from. Yeah, I tend to concentrate on the 6M aspect way too much. I forget that we're part of Selva, too. Can't wait to try it. So tell me about Granite Falls, Drake asked. Oh, incredible place. So beautiful. Sturgeon fishing is amazing. I should go there. Maybe one day we all will, Guy said with a smile. I don't know about that guy. I can't imagine my mom roughing it, Carrie said with a smirk. Ha, I went camping a few times when I was younger. Think it would be fun to do it again. Really? You, in a tent or a sleeping bag? With bugs and things all around you? I'm not that skittish, Carrie. Nina chuckled. Besides, your grandfather, my father, would take me hiking in the glen. Sometimes we'd have a campfire and roast hot dogs and fish. I admit I didn't get out much as I got older, due to celebrity status, but I'm willing to try it. That's surprising, Carrie joked as she ate. I never imagined you as an outdoorsy girl. I was for a while, at least until they passed, Nina said with sadness. I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't mean to. No, darling, it's all right. We should remember good memories and good times, even when those we love have passed. Very true, Carrie said as she ate. Well, Mom, your chef knocked it out of the ballpark with this one. This meal was delicious. I cannot wait for that dessert. I'll be sure to tell her you said that, Nina said with a smile. Is everyone finished? I am, Drake said, but I'm ready for that dessert. Me too, for that matter. Well, you know I could eat, Guy said with a smile. Nina stood and began to clear the table. Carrie stood up and helped. She'll bring us that dessert then. Nina came back a few minutes later with coffee and flan for dessert. This is extraordinary, I agree, Guy said as he ate. This is amazing. Carrie, we need to learn how to make this, Drake said. Oh, we do, huh? Carrie asked. Well, I agree with that too. Mom, this is outstanding. After Carrie and Drake had left some time later, she went to clear the rest of the plates on the table. Nina noticed that the outdoor fireplace was lit. When she went outside, Guy had set up a blanket on the patio. Rank lit up, she said as she stepped outside. Come sit with me. She grinned and sat herself next to him as he looked up at the sky. Even here, you can still see the stars, but in Granite Falls, it takes it to a whole new level. I had a wonderful evening, she said. My daughter and her boyfriend seem to like you very much. I can't wait for you to meet Amanda and Tony next. I like Carrie and Drake too. I was surprised your daughter hugged me goodbye. They are very sweet. I see so much of you in Carrie. Nina blushed slightly. Not many people have said that. Everyone seems to think she takes after Amanda more so. Well, I can't say that for sure. But I do see you in her clearly, he told her with a smile. And she has a lot of your personality, too. She smiled. I'm glad you finally met her. I think she really liked you, too. Yeah, I could see that. I'm very likable, he told her with a grin. Yes, you are, she said with a chuckle. There's something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to come to my family home for Christmas this year. Will you? You want me to meet the... Damn. You want me to meet the rest of your family? Yes, she said. Guy smiled at her and held her hand, saying, I love you. She breathed in and smiled, saying, I love you too. He held her in his arms and kissed her, asking her, we're talking about the same things, aren't we? Being together, sharing our lives with one another, planning for a future? Yes, she whispered with a tear in her eye. I believe that we are. You're sure? He asked her. You're ready to take that step with me? She nodded. Yes, I would. I'm so in love with you, Guy. I can see us building a life together. In fact, I'm a little worried how simple and easy this all is. It doesn't feel complicated at all, or stressful. It's not supposed to be when it's real, Nina, he told her. I want us to build a life together. Nina chuckled. I can't believe this is happening to me. Well, that makes two of us, he told her. So you see a future with me? He asked. Yes, I do. You've given me love again, and it's wonderful. I want to come to Christmas with you, but there's just one problem, he said. What is it? I'm with my children for Harvest Fest and Christmas this year. I haven't told them I'm dating you. Bring them, Nina said. My family would love to meet them too. Carrie would love them. Oh. This is new for me when it comes to introducing the kids to a partner. I've never introduced anyone to my children, and I need to get them used to the idea. They're still little, and it was hard for them to accept my divorce from their mother. I've dated occasionally after my divorce, but never anything like this. I'm not sure how to approach the kids about this. We could start with visits, maybe. Small steps here and there. I'll ask Amanda for advice. When she introduced Tony to Carrie, she was little too, but she did it in such a way that wasn't overwhelming or frightening to her. From that point on, Carrie adored Tony. Still does. They have an amazing father-daughter bond. I need to figure this out, Nina. I'll take any advice from Amanda and Tony on it. In fact, you mentioned us having meet Amanda and Tony. Why don't we do that soon? We could do that, she said. We could also move in together? Really? He asked. She nodded yes. I want to share my home with you, Guy. Nothing would make me happier than to wake up with you every day. Move here? He asked. Yes, she said. I love my penthouse. It's got excellent security and it's fitting for my lifestyle. Plus the benefit of a personal chef and driver. Not to mention one hell of a view. And I love it here. This is my home. My work is here, my friends, my family. They aren't far. It's perfect for me. He smiled, saying, I could sublet my apartment. For 3 years, it's a home to me, but I think I'm ready for a change. And I do like your place very much. You don't have to give it up if you don't want to, she said. Maybe we can ease into the transition a little at a time. I like that idea, he said. Maybe we could take a trip together too. That sounds like a good idea. Where would you like to go? Granite Falls, perhaps? He chuckled and whispered. Ciudad Enamorada. I've never been. I always wanted to see it. Thought of doing a stop on my tour once. Then let's go. Maybe in the fall, right before the holidays. You could come back with a tan. It'd be first for both of us. I've never been there either. I've never been in love like this before. Neither have I. This is far different from anything I've ever known. He smiled. You're far different from anyone that I've ever known. We'll work things out about the holidays. We'll try to find a way to make it easy on your children. I'm all in when it comes to you, he told her. Am I dreaming? I've thought the same. Then don't let me wake up. That goes for both of us. Whoa! So is this the real deal for Dina? Has she finally found a real, good, true, honest love in Guy? Possibly. And what's going to happen on the next episode? You're going to find out. So if you really like today's content, make sure to like, share, subscribe, click notifications so you always know when a new episode is coming out. I would just like to thank you for all of your support. You guys are wonderful. The channel grows every day. It's all because of you. I thank you profusely. Also, in this episode, we saw The Flan again by Ice Munmun. We also saw Little Miss Sam's delivery service, who acted as Nina's chef. And we also got to see an interesting recipe from Little Balbo that I thought was a nice touch. So be sure to check out those mods. They are on the description. And of course, we also had some great scenes from Bloodstruck in here. I really love that pack, the way you can really get into romance with the characters now. It was a lot of fun. Until next time, this is Jen, the GXSimmer. I'll see you on the next episode. I'll see you on the next episode of Nina and Amanda. Have a great day or night. Take care. Bye-bye.